Hey, this is Gigatitan, and this is my updated team that I use on Battle Revolution and Wi-Fi. And, a lot's changed since the last one. Bronzong, Hippowdon, Mamoswine, and Fortress are still there, but there's two new guys, so... And I changed some of the moves up a little bit, so... Okay, Bronzong. Well, obviously his stats haven't changed, but instead of Calm Mind, I put up Light Screen because, I decided, well, I never really have enough time to do all the Calm Minding because I'm basically just there to set up Trick Room and then just do a little damage. So, Light Screen is just a nice little bonus against my, with my special defense because, my Pokemon don't have the greatest special defense, so it's a good bonus for Bronzong and the rest of the team. And, he still has leftovers, because it's always good to, he needs to be able to stick around for a long time. Okay. Next up is one of my new ones. I have an Polian now. At the request of some people saying I don't have any special attackers, so I decided to get one, and Polian seems like a good candidate because has a lot of resistances because it's steel type, and toxic doesn't affect it, so that's nice. He has average HP, pretty medium defenses, a little above average special defense, and a really high special attack, and low speed on purpose, so I fit in with the Trick Room. And Shell Bell is just because he hits pretty hard, so he gets a lot of HP bonuses with that. And he has Surf, which is just a good move because of the same type bonus. Grass Knot is good for taking down any water types or ground types, and especially Groudon because he's really heavy. And this move is powered by how heavy the foe is, so the higher it is, the greater the damage, so it's good against a lot of legendaries. And Ice Beam's just good for taking down dragon, ground, and flying types. And it's just it's good power, and it might freeze the opponent. Okay, and just Protect, because all my team needs Protect for Earthquake and Explosion, that kind of thing. And we still have Hippowdon. His primary purpose is to set up the Sandstorm, so I usually send him out first. And he has high HP, high attack, and high defense. Everything else is pretty low. And I didn't change his moves. I don't know, I'm thinking of changing Stone Edge, but I had an encounter with a Gyarados, and it was really handy because got a critical hit and took it out in one hit, so that was helpful. Okay, now here's the second new one. It's a Redrock. It's a shiny one, and I found it on the GTS. And his ability is Clear Body, which makes him so he can't lose stats. Only if the opponent uses Leer or something, he won't lose any stats. And you'll see why I want leftovers. HP is pretty high, attacks medium, really good defenses, special attacks I don't need it, and special defense is good. But here's a really good thing. It's new to the 4th generation, but any rock types, when Sandstorm is present, it gets a 1.5 times special defense boost. So that would be up around the 300s, like 350, which is near Bronzong, so that's really good. And just so you know, Redrock's considered a non-Uber, even though he is legendary, so yeah, you know how I don't like using legendary, or Ubers, so yeah, he's considered non-Uber still. And his moves are toxic. He's basically just stalls, and the reason that is because he has such high defenses and pretty good HP. He can use Toxic on an opponent and just let him drain away and destroy them. So that's good. Curse fits with the Trick Room because it lowers speed and it raises attack and defense if you're a non-ghost type. So it's good for raising defenses and attack, but also makes me quicker while Trick Room's out. And he takes almost no damage from anything. So Drain Punch, this is why I like Leftovers with it, is because it restores its HP. So since he's a staller, he needs to always have good HP and a good amount. So he just can Drain Punch the opponent after a few curses and then restore like all his HP and let the opponent Pokemon just faint because of poison. And Protect is just standard for the team. Okay, I still have Mamoswine. He's another one of my physical sweepers, just pure out power. See, he has high attack and HP. Yeah, I didn't give him an item. I need to give him... I took it off because I was raising a Pokemon, and he would have a Life Orb right there. And Ice Shard is good if the Trick Room fails out. It's just good for taking out like a Garchomp, even though he may be faster. This is like Quick Attack, and it's really good. Ice Fang is just a strong move, and same type. Same with Earthquake, and Protect is standard. Okay, finally I still have Fortress, and not much has changed with him. He still has the Life Orb, and he sets up Stealth Rock and Toxic Spikes, and will just blow up, and that's why everybody has Protect, because you can just explode with that Life Orb and do like massive damage to the opponents. And Toxic Spikes is kind of, it helps with Redrock's tasks, so it makes it easier, so you can just power up instead of having to worry about using the Toxic Spikes. And yeah, so that's my team that I use on Wi-Fi.